Hello and welcome back to our grade 9 maths lesson. I am Mrs. Rhea, your grade 9 maths teacher. In our last lesson, we looked at application of number sequence. In today's lesson, we are going to look at transposing of formulas. Transposing of formulas. Okay? Transposing of formulas is simply changing the subject of a formula. Let's look at an example of rate of travel, which is speed is equal to distance over time. In the formula for rate of travel, speed is the subject. But we can change the subject to distance or to time. Let's look at an example. Let's say the speed is 70 kilometers per hour and time taken for the vehicle to travel is 4 hours. Okay. We want to find how far the vehicle will travel at the speed of 70 kilometers per hour in 4 hours. Then we'll have to make distance the subject. Okay, so we have speed is equals to distance over time. We want to make D the subject. Okay, so how do we make D the subject? Since speed is equals to distance over time, we have to multiply both sides of the equation by t to make d the subject. So we have s times t is equals to d over t times t. Okay, this t cancels out. So s times t is equals to d. So distance is now the subject, so distance is equals to speed times time. So to find out how far that vehicle will travel at the speed of 70 kilometers per hour in 4 hours, then we are going to use the formula distance is equals to speed times time, which is equal to 70 times 4, and that is 280 kilometers. So the vehicle will travel a distance of 280 kilometers at the speed of 70 kilometers per hour in 4 hours. Okay, let's look at the second example. The area of a circle, the formula for area of a circle is area is equal to pi r squared. Okay, in this, A is the subject. Okay, now let's say area of a circle is equal to 114 square centimeters and pi is equal to 3.14. We want to find out what the radius is. So we'll have to make r the subject. How do we make r the subject? Okay, let's look at the formula. A is equals to pi r squared. We are multiplying r squared by pi. So we want r to be on its own. So the first thing that we are going to do is to divide both sides of the equation by pi. Okay, so we have pi r squared over pi. Pi cancels out. So we have area over pi is equal to r squared. But we don't want this 2 here. We want to get rid of 2. So how do we get rid of the square symbol? Again, we have to take the square root on both sides of the equation to get rid of the square symbol. So we have square root of area over pi is equals to square root of r squared. Okay, this and the square root symbol cancels out. So now we have a over pi under the square root symbol is equal to r. So our formula now has changed its subject to r. So r is now equal to a square root of a over pi. Okay, then we substitute these values into the formula. So we have 314 over 3.14 is equals to r. Now, since we are dividing by a decimal number, there are two decimal places. We have to change the divisor to a whole number. We have to multiply this by 100 to change it to a whole number. And we have to do the same to the dividend. So now we have 314 times 100 over 3.14 times 100 is equals to r. So square root of 314 times 100 over 3.14 times 100 is equals to r. We'll have to now change that 31,400 over 314 is equals to r. So 31,400 divided by 314 is equals to 100. 100 is equals to r. Therefore, our radius is 10 centimeters. So 10 centimeters is equal to r. Our radius now is 10 centimeters. So from these two examples now, we have seen that we change the subject of a formula when the unknown quantity is not the subject. Like what we have done in the example 1, we have made distance the subject, and in example 2, we have made r the subject. That brings us to the end of our lesson. In our next lesson, we are going to look at inequalities. Thank you.